After the two had their coffee, they were having a walk on the Han River. Wine felt really nice, being able to do something without any fear or worry, knowing she was protected as long as he was beside her. Wine, I'm sorry for not being able to share anything about me, even after you told me everything. Jungkook, what happened to me is past, even if it is still inside of me. I had the time to process and talk. Jungkook, it's only natural when you're going through it, you keep secrets to yourself, especially when you didn't have anyone to share things with. You get used to staying in your shell. He stopped against the railing, looking absolutely breathtaking, leaning against it. Wyan worn his coat now that it was chilly at night. Jungkook, I'll wait. Wyan, thank you. How come she found such an understanding person? She watched all the twinkling lights of the city from the bridge, whereas he softly fixed her hair strand that flew over her face. Her heartbeat got fast until she heard a voice of a lady so familiar, a voice that replaced her smile with fear. Oh, look who's this! The lady owner of the pub said. Mine turned and instantly her breath got irregular. She had faced enough trauma to act calm in front of her abusers. Lady, and who is this young man? Is he a boyfriend, or are you spending the night with him? Her voice was suspiciously sweet and teasing, as if she was some kind of old friend. Jungkook, who is this? He asked with a dead straight face, not entertaining the woman at all. Lady, your girl worked for me for a long time. Oh, Ryan, I was a little angry because of the trouble you caused. I didn't mean to fire you at all. You can always come back to work. She said with the sweetest smile ever possible, and that's when it clicked in Wine's head. The lady probably thought Wine had this wealthy man, and now she could snitch from the wine and her man. God, this world was terrible. Wine held Jungkook's shirt tightly and stepped near him. It was a small movement, but he noticed it, and his eyes turned even darker. Jungkook, where is your place? Lady, here you go. Handsome men are always welcome. She extended her card sweetly, and Jungkook took it, flipped it, and took out his phone, calling someone. Jungkook, David, I've sent you an address to a pub. Sue it against labor, anti discrimination, harassment, emotional and physical abuse. You find more things, you work on that. I want it done tonight. He hung up the call, and the terror on the woman's face was beyond real. Lady, what the hell are you talking about? What abuse? I never did that. Jungkook, the law gives you the chance to prove your innocence. If you don't get out of my sight within the next 2 seconds, I'm going to sue you for invasion of privacy as well. She was foaming in anger as her eyes shifted to wine. Jungkook wrapped his protective arm around her waist. Jungkook, you won't be here to roam around her, but even if you thought about her, I'm going to make sure you never get out of that hellhole. The prison mates are not so nice though. Jungkook, leave. She stormed away, probably with the plans of running away. No use, his reach was far beyond that. Jungkook, are you okay? She nodded and moved her face in his embrace against his chest. He almost closed his eyes at how nice it felt having her in his arms. Ryan, thank you. I never thought I wanted this, but it feels nice. Jungkook, you have me. You'll always have me. She slowly wrapped her arms around his torso, and so he hugged her back and left a kiss on her head, which provided her with another level of affection and love. Jungkook, is that okay if I find you a job? She nodded and he brushed his fingers through her hair. Later that night, he dropped her home and she slept even better. It felt like every coming night was turning better and better. It was not so dark anymore. The next morning, when she woke up, she sent him a good morning message, to which he replied immediately with a good morning back to her. A picture of takeout meal was attached with it. Jungkook, bought it on my way. Wanna share? Wine. Can't say no to delicious food. She replied and squealed. All these butterflies in her stomach had nothing to do with her anger. She freshened up for the day, and Jungkook arrived till then as well, and she let him in. He was dressed in his usual formal attire for work. Ryan, have a seat. I'll just make us some tea. He grabbed her wrist when she was about to run away, pulled her back so there was hardly any distance between them. Jungkook, it's been some time I bought it. Let's eat it before it gets cold. Ryan, you need to let me go for that. She stuttered after a minute of him not letting her go. She took a seat when she pulled a stool beside him, took the food out, and they started to eat in silence, the peaceful and lovely kind of silence. Jungkook, are you free today? I looked for you a nice job. You can give your interview. Fine. Really? What is it about? Jungkook, they'll guide you. Nothing too hard, with a nice pay. Fine. Jungkook, will those loan sharks really won't come back ever again? Jungkook, they won't. I promise. Fine. So, if I won't have to pay them, once I get the job, I can pay for my college. I can study again. Jungkook, or you may grab the scholarship for students without parents. There's nothing wrong in that. That's your right. Take it. He made it sound so normal, without any judging tone. That's the most she loved about him. He never judged her. Wine. My college didn't offer that. Jungkook, go for a better college. The better the institute, the better the resources. Here, try this. He moved a bite in front of her mouth, taking her aback. She ate it, getting flustered immediately. God, why couldn't she act cool in these situations? Wine, try this too. I love it. She did the same, moved the bite in front of him. Jungkook, bet it's not better than mine. He teased. Wine, are you challenging me? Jungkook, do you want to be challenged? Wine, no, mine or yours. All of it was your choice, anyways. She pouted and he took the bite. Jungkook, mine was still better. She went, put the chopsticks down, jumped off the stool, and stormed away. She failed again in running away from him. He wrapped his arm around her waist, pulled her back against his chest, placed his chin over her shoulder, and stayed in that back hug position. He took her every ability to breathe away. Jungkook, after the interview, would you like to visit my place? You can learn better about me there. Wine. Okay, let's go together. To be continued.